All right, my name is Robin Whitworth, and I am the facilitator of the Elevated Mother Experience, and I have with me today Mary Cox, who is one of our testers, and she is just doing amazing, and I want you to hear mostly from her, and so I have some questions that I'm just going to guide, but letting her just share. So Mary, tell us kind of what is your current situation? Are you married? You have kids? Give people an idea of kind of what your world looks like.
Okay. Yeah, I'm married. I've been married for 13 years, and my husband and I, we have 6 children. My oldest is, he's 10. No, yeah, he's 10. Have lots of birthdays coming up. So anyway, he's 10. And he gets to deal with ADHD and ASD, and we get to help him learn how to manage those and manage through those struggles. And then my second child is a boy, and he's 8. He's the one that's having a birthday, turning 9. I have a 6-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 1-year-old. So busy, lots of little kids at my house. Life's kind of busy and crazy.
That little kid stage is very challenging, and they're all dependent upon you, and it creates a lot of, we've talked a little bit about that, like it uses a lot of brain space. So what were you finding, because everyone's challenges are different, what were you finding the most challenging in achieving more abundance, peace, like within your home and within yourself before you got into this program?
Oh yeah, everything. Especially for the last year after I had my 6th baby, but even before that, just lots of chaos, especially in the last 6 months of just feeling a lot of overwhelmed, feeling like we can't do all the things we have to do, and trying to do part that we can is keeping us from doing anything fun that we really want to do. And so just a lot of not a lot of peace and happiness. Just kind of just do the thing, get it done, get everybody to bed, start up the next day and do everything, and then forgetting things falling through the cracks, kind of feeling, just feeling like this is the family I wanted, but I can't take care of them, and this just doesn't make sense, and just a lot of turmoil, a lot of struggle, and a lot of we need to make more income, but how, when I don't have the time to do any of this, how do I have time to do that? And just struggles there. And then a lot of with my health, recognizing I've been through programs, I've done a lot of education on nutrition and eating styles, and kind of figured out what worked for me, but not being able to find a place where I could, feeling like setting goals was pointless because I was just setting myself up for failure, and just not making any headway in any of those kinds of things.
And did you have any hesitations about doing this program or getting help in this way?
I kind of knew from past experience for me that I do really good when I have, what's the word? Somebody who's checking in on me, seeing how accountability. Yes. I do really good when I have accountability. But that's not always the key trigger for me. And I knew I needed a change. And so kind of looking for someone or some the program or a group or something that would help me with that. But, I talked about the financial aspect being a struggle. and so just really hesitant, what our finances are limited. So what can I can't really afford to pay invest a big chunk into something, but I know if I don't invest in myself, I'm never going to change. So I was kind of in a spot of feeling like I needed a change. I needed someone to help me to do that, but not knowing how financially to work it out.
But you did.
But I did, yeah.
She's like, I did.
Yes.
And that choice alone, tell me about that. Like when you decided to do it and invest in that, how did that feel? What did that do for you?
It did. Well, first it was as I was like, I was actually following you, Robin. And as I got to understand the price points for the program, like I just started letting go. It's like I can never afford that. So I just need to stop following her because I just feel depressed that I can never do it. I can never be what she's offering. And then I got the opportunity to be in the test group. And I just felt strongly that this is an opportunity I don't want to let go of. Just for reasons of, it's like I know I need that help, and kind of seeing like a lower price point, I guess, and to see, it's like I think we could make this happen. Like I could see how this could work out. And first, I guess it first started with that desire, just that this is really what I want, and I really feel like I will regret if I don't take this advantage of this opportunity. And so just kind of talking through it with Robin and trying to think through it, it's like, okay, we can make this happen. We can find money, and going on a little bit of faith that I knew. I've watched Robin, I watched Changed, I've seen people work with her, and I knew that just the little things in my life, that there's little things that had to change that would bring the opportunity to make the difference in our lives. I really didn't know where, but I knew that would be possible. And so I made the decision. We committed with the money, and it was exciting. It was exciting to have the point. And at first it was still a little bit, it's like, okay, I still don't know like how this is going to change our financial future. But it was exciting to get into where it's like, I don't want to miss this opportunity. I've been following Robin for a long time, and I've seen so much good, and she brings God and faith into everything. And so I know that she's not telling me that she's the know all end all, but she can guide. I know she's got the tools to guide me, and it's just the excitement of things to look forward to, and knowing something was going to change, and just a new beginning, essentially.
That is exciting. That is so exciting. I love that feeling as well. When you like, I did it. Something new is on the horizon. It feels really good to make that decision for yourself. So just briefly, what has your experience been like inside the Elevated Mother experience? I know this could be a loaded question, but just kind of the first few things that come to your mind.
Well, at first, like just getting the structure and stuff going, there was definitely a lot of doubts. Like I made this investment, and we're just doing like simple things that I already knew how to do, but okay, this is what we're doing. But there's also like simple things I didn't know how to do, like changing my negative thought pattern, not to like, this is good for me and happy-go-lucky, but to a more true thought pattern. So that's probably the very first thing, that learning that skill. And I'm still learning it. I mean, it's a lifetime of negative thought patterns, and seeing my parents like in that constantly. And so it's like a lifetime you're trying to change, but now having a skill to see not just like more positive, but more truth. So it doesn't feel like a lie. That's been a powerful piece in this first 6 weeks. And then just the tools to, the way my brain works, setting goals, has always felt like just setting myself up for failure. But having the tools to like not look so far in the future that it really is impossible to see. So keeping it to the 1 to 3 year goals, like Robin is kind of taught. And then also the tools to break things down, to add more details in, asking more questions, taking time to pause in an emotional situation and allow myself the space to feel what I'm feeling, and to let to think through how I want to behave, how I want to act in the situation, and letting the spirit guide that kind of a decision has been a huge blessing. Those have probably been the biggest. I mean, that's still so many things, but like it's come little bit by little bit in the last 7 weeks, and just finding those little pieces that make a huge difference.
So based on kind of your challenges, and then your, the goals coming in and what you're hoping, like what are your results so far? What are some of the things you've seen? I mean, you just expressed to us like, I've gained this skill and this skill and this skill. What has that done for you? Have you seen evidence? And I know you have. What are some, like, just a couple little things that you can share, the results you've had already in 7 weeks? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, so I'll just kind of go through some of my goals, like the financial goal. I've been doing research and putting feelers out with friends and family, just kind of different things that I can do. And I had a friend approach me with an opportunity to essentially fits my goal, other than it's not like the full delivery of that goal,
Like the first step.
but it's like the first step, like it's opportunity to work from home, so I don't have to, I can be home with my children, which is very important to me, to be a big part of their lives, and raising them and loving them and being there for them when they're sick or when they need me. And so it's opportunity to do that, but it also is like a $1,400 boost to our income every month, which is amazing. And so that's the first goal. And then just in my physical goal, I said previously that I already had a lot of knowledge and a lot of skills, but I wasn't able to just implement anything. And Robin helped me look at that goal, not as a number goal, but as a habit goal. And so implementing, instead of trying to do everything all at once, just implementing intermittent fasting, for example, has been a good thing for me, and just making a more clear choice of how I'm going to approach it, instead of I'm intermittent fasting, but that doesn't mean the same thing every day, but actually approaching it more consistently so I can see if it's benefiting me or not. And I have, as just, that simple fact of being consistent with that, I've seen a 5-pound fluctuation turn into a 5-pound weight loss, and stay there even when I have days where I'm eating more of the sweets and the things that I know will make me retain water or gain weight, or however you think about it. Like even on those days, because of that consistency, I don't see as much of the fluctuation. And so that's been progress in that health and weight loss goal. And then just the peace with my family. I feel like I have less of my brain space clouded up, so we can actually choose the things, and setting a boundary. I've learned to set a boundary that's like, okay, this only needs 10 minutes, and no matter what gets done, I can let it go, because we have other things we need to build relationships, and spending the time doing the relationship building, even though everything hasn't gone perfect, everything isn't complete. I've seen progress in having more peace and just having better relationships with my children and my husband, because of that, letting go of a little bit of everything doesn't have to be done the way I thought it did, but we can still spend a little bit of time, and then we have the time we need to build relationships and to have that peace and joy.
It's wonderful. Last question. So you started to see these things start to manifest, and I, in a relatively short amount of time, seeing kind of where at the beginning was like, this is kind of abstract, like, what is this? And then being like, oh my goodness, like this is happening. Like this is happening. What are these things you've just expressed, and I can even hear in your voice, you have a confidence. Like you have a confidence that this is all going to like happen for you. And when we talk about, those challenges and the hesitations and all of these things, but now that you see this happening, what does it mean to you to be able to say this? Like, what do these things mean to you?
It means, that's a hard one. It means that there is value in investing in myself. I guess that's what it comes down to, investing in Robin, to guide me on this process. I mean, we were in a financial tight bind, and I already am seeing a manifest, some of that manifesting. And it's like, that was one of my biggest things holding me back. And it's like, I started not knowing how that was even possible. And 7 weeks later, I have something that is creating that. And so it still seems so hard for my brain to grasp because of, all of my past beliefs and the situation I was in. But it means that's like, this is really these things I want in life. It's really possible to have them. It's not dreams that I need to just like stop dreaming about, stop thinking about, because it's never going to happen. It really is possible. And I have the tools to figure out how to get there. That it's no longer this is what I want, but I don't know how to get there. So I need to let go. This is creating the tools and the skills to create for myself what I want.
It's pretty powerful.
It is.
To know the power of what you can create. Well, thank you so much, Mary. It's been so fun to have you in the program. And I know you've inspired a lot of people. And I can't wait to recap at the end of the program. It's gonna be awesome.
Yes.
All right. See you later.
You, Robin. Bye.
How do I stop the recording? I have no idea.